Morning world, this is my morning routine. First of all, we get the god dogs, which you can't see that easy at the moment, down there. They're waiting to go out, but they're not allowed out until I say. So, hold on. Right, good girls, good girls. Morning routines. Anyway, yeah, today is, it's just like this is a day in the life of me being off grid. Um, Everybody's off-grid days are going to vary, like tailor-made life in general. But this is a typical morning for me in my off-grid environment. Right, first of all, coat on, hat on, because yes, it's wet again. The dogs have just been let out so that they can start doing their business. I know that because obviously come out of the hut, I know that I've got to get some logs in today. So, all that, but it's just a case of, morning exercises, letting the girls have a run and a play and do what they want to do. In that process, we wander around and I do my routine, which the girls are as good as gold because they've worked out the routine, and we come down the bottom and they just sniff around and chill out and all sort of like, they know not to get too excited or run off anywhere just yet. But you will see that in a moment. So the first thing is first, as I'm wandering around, usual stuff, looking around and seeing what's what, seeing if everything's okay, generally in the growing side of life. Just a visual, a nice bit of eye candy for my soul. And I nip into the guest wing, which what we have to do is check. Oh, that's a bit low. We'll turn that off. We're going to have to run the generator today because it's been grumpy weather. So it is what it is. So we'll have to do that on the way back and liven up the battery supplies. But yeah, this is a really stressful time. I'm just wandering around. The girls are doing what they want to do. And my way of easing into the day, I'll just check how things are growing. Nugget, not yet. Good girl. Now follow me. Oh, there's a tree. Now follow me around, and I'll just simple checking, checking everything, wandering about. The girls, I've always done this with them as part of the ongoing routine training. First things first is when they go let out, I don't let them run free, run wild. They have to hang around me for a little while so that they don't get too excited too quick. And then we come into the polytunnel and we make sure everything is looking good, because it is. So the potatoes are doing really well. They're going to have to go out very soon. Tomatoes, they could be doing a little bit better, but that is what it is. But the marigolds are starting to come up through, things like, in general, I'm reasonably happy. There's nothing untoward going on, nothing strange, nothing that needs my attention. Occasionally, things like this, I have to pull up weeds. There's little weeds and unwanteds in the plants. Part of my little daily routine. I must admit, I've missed them for a couple of days. But no, we just have a little potter about and we see if there is anything major that needs doing. And that'll do for now. That can have some fresh air. Come on in, girls. And as you'll see behind me, no, one's gone in front now. Look at that. There she is. Yep, so we have a wander about and then we go to where they can run. Then well, they won't run around here all day long. They're free to do what they like. But the first thing in the morning, they have to abide by the rules. So, which is we don't go over the bridge until I allow. Nugget, wait, good girl. They know the situation. Nugget, come here. There we go. One for you. One for you. Good girls. Yeah. And go on then. And there they go. Their little moment of madness. Morning exercise. They run around, they chase themselves, and they play. One of the best things, she was, bless her heart, she was very traumatised, the little one, and she did take a long time to really come down, round, settle down. Well, nearly 9 months, and it was pretty hard work. Very testing at times for me because Mum was very good from day one, but it was the best thing. Oh, thank God, that's pretty, isn't it? Mum was very good, but Mum needed a playmate, and the pair of them, as you've seen on little clips here and there, the pair of them, magic couple, so well bonded. And then we have a little stretch up here, and I check on the fruit trees, which aren't doing too well, but that is the first part of my morning. Nice, sedate, sometimes not quite so sedate, if that is leaking. And it has been leaking again, which is almost the new normal. But at the moment, it's having a tea break, which I'm really quite pleased about. And I was having a little wander around, having a look at, yeah, looking at the land. Is there anything I need to do? Is there anything I want to do? Just relaxed, chilled, just take it easy. Anyway, I need to throw some sticks, so I'll get back to you in a minute. Once we've had a little play and allowed the girls to run and chase and all the things they like to do, we then have a wander over not far, well, not the far side, but the farther side of the land, where a couple of years ago, I cut down quite a bit of timber. Only small stuff, but it's been on the ground for, yeah, 2.5 years, 2 years and a half, just over. So it's good enough to, once basically drying out, because it dries it quite quickly. It's good to burn almost immediately, which allows my fresh stuff to further season, which, as you probably learned and explained, I am pretty much worked on a 2-year seasoning cycle as it is. But every little helps, and why waste that wood? I put the effort of cutting it down in the first place. So all we do, here we go, Kevin's stress corner. You can hear the water running, you can hear the birds singing. Brilliant. So we go through there. Wait, girls, wait. Good girls. Don't run off. One gate, 2 gates. Come on. And there we go. Right, come on, girls. Let's see if we can give you a little bit extra. There we go. We're just having a little bit of a wander through the woods. There's moments like this, my morning routine, that I've carved out for myself, organised for myself. It's simple. I wake up when I wake up, which more often than not is actually quite early. And in that process, that's the cup of coffee time, chill out. Generally, girls don't run off. Generally, check on things like emails and that sort of malarkey while I'm thawing out from sleep mode to wake mode. And then, as you can see, girls need to come out. They need their little run, their little exercise, the sniffs, the smells, all the usuals. But it's just a gentle ease myself into the day, for a better choice of words. Where we're going now, as you can see through behind me there, we're going to where the pile of wood is, and then I pick up a 1-piece, 2-piece, depending on the size, depending on it's basically what I can comfortably carry weight wise, and then walk back. So it's one of those things that it's a little morning exercise for me, which I need now for this, because apparently I do have one, according to the doctors I have, and it's also producing me logs for cooking and heating. Nugget, come on darling, good girl. This is the fun bit, because walking down this slope when it's rained, it's actually, because it's a reasonably well trodden path, it's actually quite slippery. But just wandering through the trees, oh, there you go. See, I knew it was going to happen, because I've got what you in one arm, and that reduces what I can balance with. But when we come up to the other side, like I say, it's just a little wander, and then we come up and get to the pile of wood. But this allows me to ponder my day, consider what I actually want to do today. Is there anything really pending, really pressing that needs to be done? Prioritising. If not, it's whatever I want to do. Never dull. I'm never busy. I'm never bored. I'm always busy. You know, Nuggets, come on, darling. But we're getting towards the end of this pile of, that's that lot there. So all I do, pick up what I can pick up, I'm comfortable with. I don't kill myself in the process, and wander back. So I'm producing my heat source and cooking ability whilst having a gentle wander with the girls in my woods. Anyway, catch up with you when we're back at the hut. And we're back at the hut. We've carted the logs. One long one, it broke and it ended up being 2. But there we go. Yeah, so what we've got now is, as you can see, oh, let me get the phone, a little bit out of hand on this one. All of this stuff here is what I carry over. I carry over a bit every day, bit of exercise, walk for the dogs, I survey my land, allows me to ponder, and what I do have, as you can see there, is this pile just there. That is an earlier version of what's on the ground now. That stack there, and as you can see as an update, I've managed to make the last partition in my log store. That stack of logs is, it's about 18 months, and the little stack that'll keep me going a good 10 days, and with what I've got already cut, that's ready to be cut, there is probably another 2 or 3 weeks of logs there. But Yeah, you say, yeah, you can take it easy, you can have a day off. I do occasionally, yes, break routine, but not very often, because just in case of emergency situations, well, I like to make sure I'm very much on top. When I was first here and I was trying to create a log store, seasoned, I spent weeks logging and it bloody near broke me. And I vowed I will never, ever let that happen again. So, we do a little bit every day just so that we stay on top. Maintain, be efficient. But what we're now going to do, you'll have to bear with us slightly on this one, is I'm going to be firing up the generator because I need some extra power, of which there she is. You won't see her that easy in there, but 7.5 kVA Lister engine, absolutely superb, bloody bomb proof. But anyway, let me get that started because you don't want to hear that. And as you can hear, with the door closed, it's very quiet. Beautiful, that thing. That I can honestly say is probably the best money I've spent. Reliable power. It helps me massively in the winter, but through summer, power tools, well, whatever. You know, it's just a wonderful, wonderful backup machine now. And then what we have to do is, talking to you has confused me slightly. We go through to the guest wing where we have the larger solar system and all the guts and workings to put the charger on in there. Yeah, people say it's a little bit of faff. I've mentioned this before. Yeah, it is a bit of faff. I could spend more money, I could make it more streamlined. There's something to do, so I can't complain. So what we do now is set the charger to charge. Yep, that's running. So that's that bank charging. And with the amount of power I have used and how low the batteries are, I shall probably have to, especially with that sky, zero sun, I'll probably have to run that for, worst case scenario, about 3 hours, absolute maximum, which is about 3 litres of fuel. And red diesel at the moment is about £1.20, so that's £3.60, which is not bad. It sure beats mainstream. And then into the container, because we have to switch over the power that goes up to the hut, because from here I have the extra power from the caravan comes into the container and up to the hut. I've now switched it over so that it's the generator sending the power up to the hut, and then into the hut, turn the, where are we now? Yeah, turn the battery charger on in here, which you won't see that easy because it's dark in the corner, so I won't even bother trying to show you. But turning that one on, charging that up, put my fridge over onto the 240 generator power. Now I'm running on generator power, which allows the batteries to charge just a little bit quicker. So that's the update of that one. Now for a quick cup of coffee before I get on to the next level of what I do in my mornings. Catch you in a bit. And once we've had our coffee, have I told you I like coffee by any chance? Just in case. Yeah. Then That's coffee break over. I fed the girls because once they've had their walk, they get fed, don't you? Then they ignore me. Now it's time to get some logs in. So, trusty Trug, off round the back to go get some logs. Quite a simple process, really. Always a good bit of exercise, this is. Humping logs about. But there we go. What we have to do is get the logs in. Always, even when I'm burning, obviously, the log burners on, even in the depths of winter, the way I've built my log store inside the hut, it holds 3 days worth of logs in winter time. And because obviously it's damp here, it's wet, these are seasoned, they're good to go, a little bit damp, but I keep a good supply inside, as I'm just taking these in now, so that the fire being on, and obviously the temperature of the hut, any dampness out of the wood, it comes out, and it burns more efficiently. Well, that's my theory. But yeah, so that in part, that is pretty much what my morning routine is. Oh, the other thing I normally do, bear with me, made myself a besom broom. Not a very good one, but what I do, got to keep the house nice and tidy. So, why did I make a besom broom? Because I could. No, it's not a traditional way of making one. I used industrial sized tie wraps and done this, but the basic principle, yeah, cut a bit of timber, I debarked it to hopefully make that last longer, load of birch frith, wraps it all round here, trimmed up all the edges, boom, 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 and it's not the world's best, but it's the first time I've ever made one. So it's a start, and it saves me having to buy one. I do have a normal broom, but it's getting a little bit old. So, but no, and I mean, once I've achieved that side of life now, I mean, the dogs have walked. When I go back on a walk, you can see that because I give them their breakfast, and I have my cup of coffee, which then I contemplate the rest of my day. Sometimes it can be weather dependent. Sometimes it can be a matter of urgency, depending on what he's doing. Sometimes that job's a bit more of a priority than that job. But in general, the joys of being this wild man in the woods, living in a wooden shed that he built himself. Oh, that's a disgusting thing. How could anybody do that? Well, all of those that say that, you carry on clocking on at 8 o'clock in the morning, clocking off at 5 o'clock at night. You carry on. I'm in charge of what I do and when I do it. I do have a small period in the summer when I have to go and earn some pennies, but I'm in charge of my life. The decisions I make are for the benefit of me and my girls. The tasks, projects, chores I've chosen to do, to live in this alternative way in a very calming, natural environment. Yeah, so I don't live in a 5-star hotel. I don't have a house like Buck House. I don't have a Ferrari. I don't have a Rolex. I don't have Michelin star meals. I don't go to posh cafes. There's my cooker in the summer. A washing machine. Brilliant. Keep it simple, stupid. It works for me and I love it. So anyway, gotta go. Love all the comments. Please keep them coming. Somewhere up there, let's go, we'll try in that corner. The chicken logo, which is for the Mission Chicken Fund, of which I am truly, from the bottom of my dodgy heart, happy and really quite humbled by your generosity. Thank you, one and all, to those who have, and to those of you who are thinking. It is very much appreciated. Every single penny will go towards Mission Chicken. Usual things, the like and the share. But thank you for watching. That's my basic morning routine. From now, the rest of my day, which you'll get different videos over time, is what I choose to do. I'm the fortunate one, and I know it. Take care. Catch you soon. Ta-da.